James, that game could have gone either way. You just got edged out at the end.
Yeah, I think we did enough to probably come away with the points, but as you say, it wasn't to be in the end. I think they probably had best use of conditions. Bowling first, it moved around a fair bit, but they've got the bowlers that will extract that out the wicket. I felt like walking off at one stage there, but managed to, once me and Weathers finally started finding the middle of the bat, I think we were fairly happy halfway with the 178 or whatever it was. I think we bowled quite well for the majority of that. There's probably 4 or 5 sixes in areas that we kind of spoke about not bowling to, which we'd like to have back, and I guess that's probably the difference in the end. So obviously a tough one to take because I felt like we did enough to come out on the right side, but yeah, credit to those guys. Dixon obviously played a really good knock there in the middle, having lost a few wickets to come in. I think he got 50 or 30, which kept it around 10 and over, and we know here if we could have nudged it up to 12, 13 a bit earlier and got him out, I think we would have been able to close the game out, but as I say, it wasn't to be.
Yeah, it was interesting at the top, wasn't it? 36 for 2 in the power play, and the ball seemed to be zipping all over the place to you, especially.
Yeah, it did feel like that actually when you sort of went on the pitch before the studs went in a little bit, and it was obviously under cover for half an hour or so before the start. As I say, Henry and Overton, those guys in particular, if there's something in the wicket, they'll find it, and they bowled really well. Toby managed to find the boundary bit, obviously struggled a lot up front, but given that start, to get up to where we did in the end, I think it was a good effort.
Yeah, I mean that 141 partnership with you and Joe Weatherly really did. It was totally different, wasn't it? Once you got into the innings.
Yeah, well, I think once the ball got a bit softer, and you could kind of feel the wicket dry out a little bit. It wasn't soaking wet. There was just enough moisture in there, and as I say, those guys extracted all the movement out of it. But yeah, we managed to get that partnership going. I thought Weathers, once he got going, found the boundary nice in. We kind of kept building momentum and got to a score which we felt was defendable.
Yeah, that 6 off the last ball of the penultimate over that Goldsworthy hit kind of just sort of tilted the game back their favour a little bit.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty good ball from Scott. I think he deceived him, but credit to Goldsworthy. He managed to just get enough on it, and as you say, took it down to 11 as opposed to if he chips it up in the air. 17 with Sonny kind of nailing those Yorkers, we would have, I'd like to think we would have come out on the right side. So as I say, there's just a couple of, it felt like 3 or 4 sixes which they got at crucial times, and if those were dots, wickets, 1s or 2s, we would have come out on the right side of the game. But credit to the way they played.
Such a shame after that good win against Sussex last night.
Yeah, particularly at this stage of the tournament, come off and see the table, and you're kind of thinking we need to win 4 from 4, and that would have been a big 4 points for us this afternoon. But quite tough to back it up after getting back in the early hours this morning. But there's a bit of fatigue around, but once we kind of got out there, I think we got on with it well. As I say, played a lot of good cricket in that game. On another day, would have come out on the right side. But 4 games to go now, playing teams around us at the top of the table. So encouraging signs over the last 48 hours that we can, finish strong and get in the top 4 where we want to be.
Yeah, you've got a good run rate, haven't you? And you've got that tie as well. Do you think that might ultimately, if you can put results together, might actually tip the balance and finish in the top 4? I
hope so. Run rate is important, as you say. I think they can count for a point at the end of the day. I think we got Middlesex and Glamorgan next up. So every game's a big game now, but they're another back-to-back game. So we've got to try and pick ourselves back up. As I say, doing a lot of stuff right. So hopefully we've got enough to come away with a couple of back-to-back wins and go into the last couple of games right in the mix.
How's Chris Lynn? Because he didn't play this game and he was superb last night for his half-century.
Yeah, it was. That's the downside of having to come back out straight away this afternoon. He picked up a niggle last night and wasn't ready today. I think he'll get some further information on the injury, but hopefully it's minor enough that we can get him ready for Wednesday and Thursday, because as you say, the way he played last night, he'll be hopefully he can impact some games and get us a couple more wins at the back end.
How do you find it just playing T20 cricket now for Hampshire after all the years where you played every single game going?
Yeah, it's strange, particularly at the start of the summer. But I guess when I came back for that first block, once you've been back a few days, you settle back in and it feels good again. I should be fresh, but I feel knackered right now after last night and today. But it was different, particularly at the start. I have missed parts of it for sure. But kind of is what it is, and try and enjoy my time while I'm here. And 4 games to go. Certainly don't want to get to the end of this competition not being with a shout. So myself and the team, we do everything we can to make sure we have a crack at finals day.